he does feel extremely sorry and go to the Lord and ask for forgiveness. But there is a penalty to be paid still for what he had done. You struck down Uriah the Hittite with the sword and took his wife to be your own. You killed him with the sword of the Ammonites. Now therefore the sword will never depart from your house, because you despised me and took the wife of Uriah the Hittite to be your own. This is what the Lord says, out of your own household I am going to bring calamity upon you. She does have another son, and that son's name is Solomon. David also wrote most of the Psalms. When we talk about the book of Psalms, these are poetry, songs, things that David wrote. When the time grew near for David to die, he gave a charge to Solomon his son. I am about to go the way of all the earth, he said, so be strong, show yourself a man, and observe what the Lord your God requires. Walk in his ways, and keep his decrees and commands, his laws and requirements, as written in the law of Moses, so that you may prosper in all you do wherever you go. So David dies, and Solomon becomes king. He was the wisest man who ever lived, and the richest man who ever lived. And he's talked about not only with regard to Israel, but also with regard to Egypt. At Gibeon, the Lord appeared to Solomon during the night in a dream, and God said, ask for whatever you want me to give you. And Solomon answered, you have shown great kindness to your servant, my father David, because he was faithful to you and righteous and upright in heart. You have continued his great kindness to him and given him a son to sit on his throne this very day. Now, O Lord my God, you have made your servant king in place of my father David, but I am only a little child and do not know how to carry out my duties. So give your servant a discerning heart to govern your people and to distinguish between right and wrong. For who is able to govern this great people of yours? God was so happy with what Solomon asked. So he says, I will do what you have asked. I will give you a wise and discerning heart, so there will never have been anyone like you, nor will there ever be. Moreover, I will give you what you have not asked for, both riches and honor, so that in your lifetime you will have no equal among kings. And if you walk in my ways and obey my statutes and commands as David your father did, I will give you a long life. Then Solomon awoke and realized it had been a dream. It's pretty amazing to be before the Lord, and instead of just saying, oh, I want to be the richest king ever, or the most powerful, or give me the most land, or the biggest castle, and instead he says, I don't know what I'm doing. If you want me to govern your people, then you got to tell me how to do it, because I don't know. And God's just like, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I need. I need a willing spirit. I need a humble heart. I need someone who will call out to me. And you know what? I will give you everything you have asked for and everything you didn't even ask for. It's kind of like we would say that wishing for more wishes. You got that. God is a good God.